What's up, guys? This is Joe Samo from San Diego. My friend Javid sent this to me. He's normally a gangster, but because of the lockdown in the world, he's at home doing math problems. I'm in my son Jude's room. Jude is a big cat fan. Thanks, Jude, for letting me use your room. Is the number of members of Club X greater than the number of members in Club Y? Look, A is the answer if number 1 by itself is sufficient to answer that question. B is the answer if number 2 by itself is sufficient to answer that question. If you need both statements to answer the question, then C is the answer. If both of them by themselves can answer the question, then it's D. And if even with both those statements we cannot answer that question, then E is the answer. Try it on your own, and then we'll do it together. So what we want to know is this. We have Club X, and then we have Club Y. And we want to know, basically, is X greater than Y? The first one, it says, of the members of Club X, 20% are also members of Club Y. All right, this is how I want you to envision it. So here's Club X, and 20% of them, so 1/5 of them, 1/5 of X are members of Club Y, which would mean 4/5 of X are not members of Club Y. Now, by itself, we don't know if X has more than Y, because Y could be just that big, right? And that's the other people in Y. So X is way bigger. Y could be ginormous. Okay, so by itself, that's not going to do the trick. Same thing for that number 2 of the members of Club Y. If that is all we had of the members of Club Y, right? That's Club Y. 30% of them are also X, so this would be Y, and 30% of them, so 10/3 Y would also be X, and then 7/10 of these people would not be in Club X. The problem there is we don't know if X is that big or only like that big. So by itself, that wouldn't do the trick. So now let's do all of the evidence together. What we have here goes like this. We have the Club X. We know that 1/5 of Club X is also in Club Y. Then with Club Y, what we know is that 30% of these Club Y people are also X. So here's Club Y. It says 30%, so 3/10 of Y, right? 30% of them are here, and the other 7/10 of Y are here. Okay. So look at that middle. All right. If you look at the middle, right there, you notice whatever 1/5 X is, it has to equal 3/10 Y. Okay, let's draw it up here. So we have to have 1/5 X equals 3/10 Y. So I don't know. We have 2 unknowns, so we can't really answer this. But the question is just asking if X is bigger than Y. We don't need to know the exact number. So let's just see what the relationship is between X and Y. The way I like to do this is I'm like, all right, well, let's just say 1X. What does 1X equal? So if you multiply 5 to each side, these guys cancel out. So you get 1X, which is X, equals 15/10 Y, which that can simplify, right? Because 5 goes into 15 3 times and 5 goes into 10 2 times. So we get X equals 3/halves Y. The reason why we know X has to be bigger is because we have to multiply. Oh, it's okay. Oh, Jude, come in and say hi. There's Jude. Get your head in there. There's Jude. He's coming. He tried to come into his room. Give me 1 more minute, big guy. Okay. Yeah. The reason why we know X has to be bigger than Y is because we have to multiply 3/2, which is 1.5. We have to multiply 1.5 to Y to get it to be as big as X. So X has to be bigger. So X, with both of the evidence 1 and 2, we then know that X is greater than Y. Keep doing it, guys. Like I always say, do this question right here, right? You're getting used to me saying this. Do this question right here and just keep practicing. Practice makes perfect. Do this guy. Thanks.